Gorgeous pad thai. I've got all my ingredients and I think I'm gonna cheat and use some of this pad thai sauce because I don't have some of the things on this list. One of them was the tamarind. Where did it go? Tamarind puree. I don't have that, but this has it. I actually have this in my pantry. I don't know where I got it. So I've got my chicken, my egg, my peanuts, my noodles, and I also could not find bean sprouts. I've got the chives and the onions, but I found these beautiful sunflower microgreens that are kind of nutty and sprouty. So we're gonna toss those in and see how we do. But yeah, wish me luck here. Here in my room doing one of my favorite things. I finished my book. What's it called? Letters of Lost Friends. I finished my book. It was seriously one of the best books I've ever read, and I'm ready for a new book. So I get to start the process of scouring my Goodreads and Audible for the newest, latest, greatest. I have 2 different wish lists, and I love just spending time hanging out, reading the reviews, figuring out what mood I'm in for what kind of book. And it's one of my favorite things to do. I don't do it very often because I usually, about every 3 months or so, I load up my wish list. And so I already have things I know I want to read. And then I usually use that. I just wanted to share that I get to do one of my favorite pastimes, and that is book scouring. I scour the internet for the next book that I want to read, and I don't know what I want yet, but I'm going to find one. I'm going to find about 3 and put them in my library and just plug along. Attempt to show you up close how I do this. And this is the size, wow, these are so pretty. This is the size of needle that I'm using. It's pretty substantial. Oops, my hands are so, it's thick and heavy and durable. So here's what I do. I grab it right here where I need. And you gotta go in pretty, sliding the camera with the blanket. Trying to grip the bottom and the top equally at the same time. Evenly spaced. Let's see. Okay, well, you kind of get the idea. Welcome to my home. I'm so glad you're here. It's been a little bit. It's been a hot minute. Everything is happening all at once. May is bonkers and I love it. I am here for it. My 3rd child is graduating high school, so we've had to do announcements, ordering, and he just received his mission call for our church. And he is going to be living in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, for the next couple of years, and he leaves after the summer. So we have a little bit of time to get him vaccines and passports and visas, and so that has been some good news in our family. I've been studying Brazil, and they have such a rich, oops, sorry, bonked the table. They have a very, very interesting history. I've never really looked into Brazil, so exciting. He's going to be around what I am assuming are some of the most warm, vibrant, beautiful people. So we're looking forward to hearing his adventures for the next 2 years. And not a whole lot of crafting, gotta be honest. I wish I had more time for projects, but today I have an art class lesson. One of my sweet friends, her name is Andra. Andra is an incredibly talented artist, painter, watercolor, pencil, charcoal, oils. She is just all of it. And she used to offer classes, personal one-on-one classes, and I used to have her come over and work with me, but she ended up teaching for the high school, the local high school, and doing some other projects that didn't allow her the time, but she has time now. So we're starting back up today. I'm so excited. We have been planting plants. We have been fertilizing and treating all of our existing plants. I guess we've learned through our next door neighbor, who is a genius. We've learned that our soil and our water lacks iron. We lack You can tell that it really sunk in here. Something about the alkalinity of our soil, we have to add nitrogen and sulfur, I think. So anyway, we went into the big city and we bought some really good products that he told us to get. So we have been spending a lot of our evenings feeding our plants and helping give them a fighting chance to grow and thrive, because as you know, the Arizona desert is not conducive to a whole lot of plant growth besides cactus. So that has been fun, and my little seeds that I planted are coming along, and yeah, I'm excited. I have some footage of the nursery that we were at. It was so beautiful. I love plants, so I just started recording everything that I saw that was beautiful. So I'll have to see if I have room for that footage. And they had this really beautiful handmade, I guess it was handmade, a waterfall made out of rocks. And so the waterfall fed into this stunning little lily pad pond area. And we just don't have water here. You guys, I am a nerd with water. I just was mesmerized by lily pads, and they looked fake to me. They looked like something out of a cartoon or a movie. So I have some footage of that I want to show you, because that kind of thing mesmerizes me. Puts me into an absolute trance. I wish I could fill my entire backyard with all the plants, but I also recognize we do live in the desert. That's not possible. And I do love our desert plants, and you kind of have to have a little bit of a minimalist approach with some balance, enough foliage, enough minimalist look to give it a really clean, tidy look outside. So I'm happy with what we've done, but I just want to make, we have an orchard on this side of the house, and there's like 6 or 7 pecan trees, and I just want to turn that into a green grove of something. So one day I will have a garden and chickens back there, but one bite at a time. That's how you eat an elephant. That's what I've been told. That's a horrible thought. I've been told that saying my whole life. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's horrible. Who started that? That's awful. I would never. Well, let me show you real quick what I have been able to do. I had to make myself do certain projects. First of all, I'm gonna move this big girl. I have got 4 babies in my family being born. Some cousins, younger cousins, are having babies, and one cousin is having twins, a little boy and a little girl. I'm so excited for her. And then another cousin is having a girl. And who's the other girl? My daughter's school secretary is having a little boy, and I love her. I love the school secretary. She is the nicest, most beautiful and kind human being I've ever seen in a school. So she's leaving. I love that she's having a baby. I love the reason, but I'm sad because she's so amazing. But I have had this gorgeous color block blanket in my stash for the longest time. It is, I couldn't even tell you the name of the yarn anymore. It's this suede. I want to say it's Yarn Bee or Baby Bee, but it feels like velvet suede. So it's mostly cream with this little stripe. I've done a simple border Suzette stitch. Very beautiful, very mindless, but I love the effect. The texture is just stunning. So I'm gonna give this to her. I've been saving it for this purpose. I wish I had more, this is more my style, but for whatever reason, maybe the color therapy thing that I truly believe in, I have hideous color schemes in my box of gift giving. I opened the box and I'm just like, I can't in good conscience give these to anyone. These are like for when grandkids come over and they want to snuggle with something and it's, I don't know, but do you believe in color therapy? So the fact that certain yarns are the colors that your brain needs to look at and touch, and they have an energy, they have an effect upon your mind, which I have studied that a little bit and I love it and I thoroughly believe in it. Having said that, some of my color therapy projects aren't gifts I would give. Whoopsie. Anyway, this one isn't bad. So I picked this one out. It needed to be finished. I had started this picot border. I think it's the back, but whatever. It's dual-sided. So I finished that yesterday. And this has some beautiful seafoam colors. So the cousin having twins, her maiden name, last name, is Green. And they've always done green stuff. And then she happens to marry a guy not related to her, whose last name is also Green. So her last name is Green. So I thought this was fitting because it's very green, but it's also a sweet, cuddly, handmade, not so Kelly green, not so, you know, I feel like it's a pretty kind of green. I really like this blanket, so I'm gonna give this one to her for her little boy. And then for her little girl, I'm still finishing this beauty. I ran out of this cotton. This is cotton. And these are just granny blankets, mindless projects, but they're so cuddly, they're so warm. And in Arizona, it's nice because crochet blankets are good for these desert babies because they keep you warm, but they also breathe. They're very breathable, so that you don't overheat the babies too much. I have always wrapped my babies in crochet. I just find that it's very effective, especially in the stroller. It holds down the other blankets. If it's really cold outside, it can hold down blankets. And this is just a cute, got a little bit of green in it and some pink that I had in my stash, and I need to weave in the ends. There's a lot of ends to weave in. I started yesterday, but I didn't get it finished. And I'm looking through my stash to find more of the white. I can't find any. I want to put a scallop border on this. I just love scallops. I think in my mind, when I was making this initially, I was just gonna leave it minimalist and leave it just simple like this, which is why I didn't keep the yarn ball with it. I think I thought I was done. But now that I'm looking at it along with this cute picot border, I think I gotta put, it just looks unfinished. So I wanna go try to find some white and finish that off. But the baby shower is this weekend, in like 3 days. I better hustle on that. So there's those, and then these are my favorite. Oh yeah, these are my favorites. A cousin who is the same age as my oldest son. She's young and cute. She's having her first baby. She's having a little girl. And so I dug this out of my stash. Just a simple, gorgeous baby blanket. I love this color. What even is this color? It's like a terracotta mauve. I love this scallop. You know I love a scallop. We are not done with scallops today. Oh, I'm bunking the microphone here. Whoopsie. I love a good scallop. Again, I think it's the Suzette. No, I don't know what this stitch is. It's different than the Suzette, but it's got a lot of texture. It's that silky, velvety suede. This one's gonna be warm. This one's gonna be really warm. It's not as breathable. I mean, it's breathable, but it's not as, doesn't have as many holes as these other ones, as the grannies, but I am in love with it. Very beautiful, very simple. I have just got to make a bunch of these style. This style, solid colors, settle down with the crazy colors because they're not everybody's favorite. So, and colors and trends change over time, but I feel like this could be timeless. I do. You can't go wrong with a neutral, solid type color in any era, right? Am I right? And then these were a labor of love, and they're the flannel. They're the Sharon Holland flannel fabric that I got from Hawthorne Supply. And this is that pink Hobby Lobby hand-dyed yarn. I am madly, madly in love with this blanket. There's the back side is kind of like a herringbone pattern. And it's big. It's nice crib size. It's a nice big blanket. I love the florals. I love this border so much. Just single crochet and then a double crochet skip and then a shell. No, I think I did another single crochet and then a shell to give the shells a foundation. Love it. And I feel like because I don't sew every day and because I don't have a sewing room, it doesn't save me any time to do a blanket like this. I could have easily started a crochet blanket and maybe finished in the exact same time. And because I used a fingering weight yarn here, this just took a long time to do, which is why I only did 2 of them. I only had time to cut, measure, sew, and then the blanket stitch. I had to blanket stitch all of this and then crochet it. I loved it. I loved the whole process. It just doesn't save. I feel like maybe these could even be quicker or about the same amount of time. Maybe they're equal. I don't time myself, but these both took a long time for me. But, you know, maybe somebody who is used to sewing a lot more could just crank these out a lot quicker. But anyway, I love this one. And then this one, same. Here we go with the scallops. But can you get enough scallops ever? This is that beautiful Shapies Stardust yarn. Can you see the sparkle? I don't know if you can see it. But it's also the same size. The back is just a cream color. I was thinking it was similar to this herringbone, but it's not. It's just a canvas looking flannel. Oh my gosh, these are so soft and cuddly. I love them. So I'll probably choose one of these to give to the cousin. I feel like they all kind of, they can match. That's kind of matchy, kind of color coordinated, but they don't all also have to match. I just believe every baby should have something handmade. So every baby is special and they all get something that took hours of time and lots of love and done by hand. I firmly believe that. I did it with all of my kids. I've tried to do it with my nieces and nephews, but you know, raising babies and fighting postpartum depression and whatever all those things come with having young families, I didn't hit everybody. I didn't get everybody, but I've tried to kind of do what I can when I can. So moving on to this beautiful girl. This, I'm not even gonna be able to unfold it all. But it doesn't look like I got a lot done. I have got a lot done. This is a quarter. Each row takes forever to hand stitch, and make sure you grab every, but I am doing crisscrosses all through the entire blanket. So we're crisscrossing every row, and the back is cute. I love the back. I mean, it's imperfect, but you know what? I think that's one of my favorite aspects about hand stitching anything, is that there's gonna be some that just, it's not machine quality, or it's not factory quality, it is hand stitched. And I don't do this all the time. I am not a hardcore quilter. So just getting my feet wet, I feel like this is okay. I feel like we're doing all right. It's just a painstaking process of marking. Let's see if I can, nope. I do mark with a dissolvable pen. I do mark a line so that I know exactly where to go. And I do use my handmade thimbles. I love these the best. They really stick to my finger. They don't make it feel like I don't have fingers. I feel like I still have the use of my fingers. I just don't feel like that when I use a regular thimble, and I've tried the rubber thimbles. I don't like them. They're never small enough. I don't have pretty hands, but I have small fingers, and thimbles never fit me. So I make my own. I love those. So this is fun, and I'm loving it, and I'm hoping to have it done before fall. I mean, there's no time rush. It's just something I can pick up and put down and enjoy, and, you know, when I have a minute, I work on a few stitches, and so can't wait to get that finished. I also have to consider what do you call that? Edging, quilt border. What's that called? Binding. I don't think I counted binding in the equation, so I probably have to order a matching fabric of some kind for binding. That's gonna be an adventure. When I think about it, I start sweating because I've never done it, and I want to. It's a mountain I want to climb, but I want it to look beautiful, so I'm nervous. But I do plan on enlisting the help of somebody if I need it. I have a lot of really talented quilters in my town, so I think I can get help if I need it. Finally, last but not least, I just had to show off this gorgeous cookbook. I know you've all probably heard of her. I don't know how she pronounces her name. I follow Naji on Instagram, Recipe Tin Eats. I have been following her. I've been using her food blog for years, and everything she has ever made, or everything I have made of hers, has been fantastic. Fantastic. So when she posted that she's coming out with a cookbook, I jumped on the first opportunity. So I just barely got it a little bit ago. I mean, a month or two ago. But, well, let me see if I can show you. First of all, her Instagram is tantalizing at all times. So, you should check that out. But I love this. 5 non-negotiable rules. I love her rules. They're perfect. I especially need to work on mincing garlic with a knife. I just buy the jarred stuff. I do have sharp knives. I don't think I have the right salt, but I'm gonna work on that. Thank you. Thank you, Naji, for helping me work on that. But she has this broken down. This is what fascinates me. So genius. This is the genius of who she is. She has this broken down into categories, not just poultry, and her categories are everyday, effortless, stir fries and noodles, There's her cute dog. Asian things, desserts, but I tend to just want something quick and easy, so I will go to effortless or sometimes just the everyday stuff. So, oh, I love this. Her dog is her companion, her life partner. I love it. It's precious. So I'm trying not to, you know, copyright issues and all. This is her, oops, just everyday garlic butter shrimp. That looks really good. Some people aren't shrimp eaters. I'm okay. I understand. Ooh, this is her Greek chicken. I make her chicken gyros all the time. In fact, I'm having some friends over for lunch. Oh my gosh, this is chicken shawarma. And she has recipes for all of her flatbreads, basic breads in this recipe. So anything she shows you here, she gives you, she has a whole, let's see. She has a whole sauce section. Like pick a meat and pick a sauce. I love that. And then she has a bread section of the different, you know, anything that you need to accompany your dish, she has all of it. Oh my gosh, this dressing. She has like a dressing formula. So you pick your flavor and then you just go off the list of the dressings. She has breads. So, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on, and I am going on and on. There's so much to show you. But I highly recommend getting this book. She has a whole team in the back that she pays tribute to, and I have made a few things in here. She has salad meals, big salads that could be an entire meal. I have made a few things in here. I'm trying to find one, but I can't. So really enjoyed it. Everything's a hit. So new book acquisition. I love this. I wish I could go have her sign it for me, but I don't think she's coming to Arizona. That's it for now. I hope you're having a beautiful May. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. The only thing I want for Mother's Day, I told my kids this every year, it's my favorite gift, is I want them to make me a handmade card. That's all I ask for. And I just gotta say, my kids are fun. They're fun people. And it's so interesting to me every year what each one of them does. And each card is always a little piece of their personality. And my oldest son, he's just really funny, and he can draw. He is an artist that's hidden. He can draw anything. And so he'll draw these ridiculous pictures that are so funny. And my second oldest, my daughter's also an artist. She's an amazing artist. So, and then my youngest, my middle boy, he doesn't love writing words or drawing, but he's good at both when he wants to. And then my baby girl, of course, she's just, her whole brain is art. She loves art, and she's been doing digital art. So I'm excited to see what they come up with. And I love that idea because, you know, as they grow up and start to have their own bills and financial obligations, I don't want them to stress out about what to do for Mom for Mother's Day. They already know. I don't require much. I don't want much. I just want a handmade card for my children. So it's something I look forward to. Have a great May. I'm going to go get on with the crazy busy. I've got to get all my art supplies out for my class here in just a little while and get the house ready for a luncheon that I'm hosting tomorrow with 3 of my favorite ladies. We are going to make the recipe tin chicken gyros with some homemade flatbread. I'm so excited. So I gotta go get some cucumbers at the store today and marinate my chicken overnight. Those are the big things that have to be done today. But I'm glad I got my baby shower gifts ready. And maybe I can read a book. Oh, I finished a book. It was so good. I'll have to, do I say that right now? Do I mention that? Maybe I already mentioned it. I am listening to currently a Lisa Jewell book. I'm listening to this one. I can't stop listening to it. I love a book that I look forward to quiet time to myself. So working on this blanket, I have been listening to this book and it is so good. And I just have no idea where it's going, what is happening, what is going on. It's just slowly unfolding. It's kind of wild. Not wild. No, it's a little creepy, as her books tend to be, but very interesting. Anyway, I don't want to give anything away, and I really don't know a whole lot. So, other than I love Lisa Jewell, and I love her mysteries. I love her writing style, and I love how she makes she kind of psychs me out a little bit, which I like. Okay, well, until next time, I'll see you.